think I did it. Did I do it? Did I start the stream? I think I did. I think I've started the stream. Yep, we should. Yep, we're live. Everything's good. Had a slight panic. My browser wasn't refreshing. We're here. It's match day 2 of the MLS season. It's our first away fixture as well. And we're against FC Cincinnati. It's our first away fixture, second watch along for the season. And I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a really interesting game. Luciano Acosta playing 10 for FC Cincinnati. He's our former player. It's going to be really interesting to go up against him. I believe we may have a change in the formation. That's what has sort of been going around. Andy Nahar may be playing right center back. Hello, Nabbit is a rabbit. Or Nabbit the rabbit. What do we have here? Well, I mean, there's so much to talk about. It is the same exact lineup from last time. I thought that if, let's say we're keeping the same lineup, and I don't think that the lineup that we'll actually play is the one that is shown on the screen here. I think, I would have thought that Griffin Yao could have gotten dropped, and Nyman would have gone on the wing. I think Sofiane Diafal, when he came on last game, he deserved to start the next game, but that does not look like to be the case. Also, I don't have my DC United shirt on. Not really for any specific reason, but I just don't. So I've got the United shirt on, who are playing tomorrow, which I will definitely be watching that game. Also another interesting game, but we're here for the match tonight. Wherever it is you're watching, where I'm watching, it's along the East Coast. I am a local fan, if you didn't know. It is 5:48 p.m. and it's gonna be a really interesting stream. It's gonna be a really fun stream as well. I did not mean to hit the microphone there. But yeah, same lineup as last time. Bill Hamid still in goal. Had an absolutely fantastic performance last week. If you just noticed, there's a big bright white light on my face because I'm opening up my my notes for the game. And if you haven't checked out the preview to this game, it's on this YouTube channel. It is on it's on this channel. I'll put a link to it if I can get it. Here we go. It's gonna go in the chat. Here we go. Hang on. Here we go. There we are. It should be in the chat now. So if you want to check out that video real quick, you can. That is the preview to this game. And pretty much what we were sort of talking about was, we didn't really talk about the lineup a ton, but obviously we've never lost to FC Cincinnati. The last time we played them was back in November, sort of towards the end of the season. We won 4-2, and Areola scored 2 of those goals. He's no longer at the club. Roberta scored 1 of the goals. He's not available. And FC Cincinnati lost to Austin FC 5-0. Cincinnati are not good. I've come to the conclusion that they are not good. They're not a good team. We should be winning this game by multiple goals to 0. And that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a clean sheet, and I'm expecting a good performance. Yeah. And I think Nyman's going to be really important. Give me your predictions down below, or really who you think is going to be an important player for this game. Who's going to make the difference for us? I think it could be Nyman, especially if he's dropping this deep as as Fatmob is predicting here for the lineup there. But yeah, same lineup as last time. Bill Hamid, Andy Nahar, We have Brendan Hines Ike. We have Steven Birnbaum, Julian Gressel, Nyman, Skundrick, Brad Smith, new favorite player. They have actually fixed his picture, which is good, because last time they did not have his picture correct. But he looks like he could be playing left wing back. We have Griffin Yao, we have Edison Flores, and Michael Estrada stays up front. I was thinking that maybe Ola Kamara had done enough in the last game, coming on as a sub, to get himself a start, but he hasn't. Michael Estrada is going to start. And honestly, I agree with it. You don't really change the winning team, especially if they win 3-0. And speaking of that game, Charlotte FC, they're gonna have an absolutely massive turnout for their game. And I think what is going around is it's the second, or it might be the most, or the match with the most highest attendance this whole year in the entire world. Which is interesting. And really good for the MLS in general, that they're having that good of a turnout for their first ever home game. And I wonder if that sort of attendance, that sort of attention, I wonder if they can keep that up for the rest of the season. They're playing against LA Galaxy, which is a pretty big team, but yeah, I wonder. It's also going to be on national television. So I wonder if they can keep that up the whole season. They might be the worst team in the league, but they've got a good fan base. Also, we have a water bottle tonight instead of a normal cup. I was trying to find a different kind of water bottle, but this one will do. So how are we doing tonight? In the chat, give us the score predictions. I'm going with I said it in the match preview, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for DC United. I think we'll get another clean sheet. I think it's pretty likely. We'll just go over a few things that we discussed in the preview. Their style of play is they like to take a lot of shots, but they didn't really get the chance to do that in the last game. They like to attack through the middle, and they're not aggressive. Cincinnati haven't won in 13 games, and they've conceded at least 2 goals in their last 6 matches in the MLS. And in terms of their team news, it's really just the only significant injury is John Nelson, their left back, is out, and as we can see, that paves way for Raymond Gaddis. Probably saying that wrong, but Raymond Gaddis, possibly? Oh my god, excuse me. Raymond Gaddis. We have a prediction, 1-0 DC United. I think the odds were saying it was going to be a 3-1 victory. But you never know. You never know what could happen. And I'm really excited for this. Really excited. And we've finally fixed out. I can already see that there's a lot of change in the amount of viewers that we're getting. Most of them probably aren't real people. Or at least not people that are here to watch the DC United versus FC Cincinnati watch along. Probably not here for that reason. But it's something, and it's better than what we had on Twitch. So that's good. Always good. Trying to screw, this thing just came off, but there's still a cap on it. Trying to fix it now. I don't think it worked. Doesn't matter. Oh, it does, because then I can't get the water out. Hang on. What is happening? I can't get the... Air can come out. Well, that's not good. Hang on. I've also already drinking like half of it. Okay. We may have to go with something like this. No cap. Interesting. I'm gonna try and screw the cap back on. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match. We're away from home. First away fixture of the season. it's gonna be interesting, and hopefully we don't have broadcast issues with ESPN. And also, if anybody is watching, I'm watching the Montreal versus Philadelphia game. Does anybody know? Well, I know. Isn't the Montreal stadium not a soccer specific stadium? I don't think it is. But it looks absolutely awful. I would not want to go there, and Philadelphia just had a chance to double their lead, to make it 3-1. Also, I got the cap to work. Yeah, is there any, for those of you who watched oh, I messed it up again. Okay. I hate these kind of water bottles. They have the locking thing. Okay, we're worrying about that later. If any of you actually did watch the game last week, hopefully you did. If you didn't, then that's fine. If you were here for the watch along, is there any players in the lineup that you would have actually changed? To be honest, there's not. I like that lineup. There's no players in that lineup where I think they deserve to get dropped. I think if Yao puts in another average performance, then I think that you can make a case for Sofiane Deifal to come into the squad, move Nyman out to the wing. I don't know if Nyman's ever played there, but Nyman, I think, has the capability. He has the profile to move out to the wing. He wouldn't do it all the time, but I think he can definitely play there because Griffin Yao didn't look the best, but he moved into some good areas, played well off of Michael Estrada. Looking for a little bit more of that in this game. Just still looking at the Philadelphia game, looks like it might be done and dusted. Montreal aren't really creating much towards the end of this game. It's into stoppage time with 6 added minutes. Wow. So it's only 2-1. So yeah, but that stadium looks absolutely horrid. You can barely, if you're sitting where the majority of the people are, you can probably barely even see the goal. Looks like it would be really, really hard to actually see what's going on, and Montreal almost just scored. But the cross was too far. So yeah. Hopefully we don't have more issues with the broadcast. Because last time, we could only watch it in Spanish. But as long as we can just watch the game, I'm fine. And I finally got that to work. The goalie has been brought up for Montreal. And now he's complaining with the ref because there's a foul. In that game should be over. That game is pretty much done and dusted. I'm hoping for a win. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. And it's not too late. I think these games are perfect time. If I had to make a change, I would like a 5 p.m. kickoff. Because then, I'm not eating dinner so late. Let me just see. I'm gonna check where actually, or when actually are the rest of our games. Because I don't know. In terms of like what time. I know that they're on the weekend or occasionally on the Wednesday. Let's see. Fixtures. Next week, it's Chicago at home, Audi Field. And it's a 7:30 kickoff. Okay. At least it's a Saturday. But 7:30 is late. For me. In terms of doing a watch along. That means I'll probably have to eat dinner before. Not bad. 7:30 is actually fine, but how long would that game go? If the 6 p.m. went into 8 p.m. last time, then That would be around 9:30, 9:45 is when we would be ending the stream on the 12th. I think we don't have a midweek game until the summertime. We don't have a midweek game until May 18th unless there's some sort of rescheduling. It'll be against New York City at home. But right now we don't really have any midweek games till then. Every single game's on a Saturday, which is really good. And then we get an early kickoff, 3 p.m. kickoff. Hopefully I'm not having a game at that time. Oh wait, I'm gonna be gone next week. I'm gonna be gone next weekend. There's not gonna be a watch along next weekend. I'm gonna be gone next weekend. I'll just have to post a small reaction to the game. I'll watch the game, but I'll just have to put a little, maybe just a little paragraph of my thoughts on the game on Twitter. So, with that being said, I've just assisted myself there. Go ahead to the pinned chat. It's pinned at the top of the chat, and it gives a link to the Twitter, which basically it's just updates on when we're streaming and that. Montreal game's coming to an end. Maybe one last chance for them. If anybody's watching, which I doubt it. It's now past 6, but usually the broadcast is, I mean, hopefully we haven't kicked off. Sort of lost track of time. But we shouldn't have kicked off, surely not. If we have, then that's unfortunate. Okay. For some reason, these DC United games, the event is still apparently blacked out in my area. I mean, do they not have a Spanish version? Yeah, I don't think we've kicked off, but I'm able to watch every single other thing. I'm able to watch any other game. But not these. This is annoying because I'm not getting the option to watch it in Spanish. Which means we may not be able to watch the game at all. Which would be really aggravating and annoying. Well, Shaqiri's playing for Chicago Fire tonight. But that doesn't do us any good. Because we can't watch the DC United game. There we go, we may see it. This is annoying. Why? Why does this happen? This isn't good. Why does this have to happen? Why do we have to have these issues? I don't think my mic's picking it up, but this thing is squealing. Sorry, I've been quiet for a second here, but the broadcast is not working. If anybody is having these issues, please let me know. Oh, hang on. Looks like we may be kicking off. It's a terrible camera angle, but I may have found it on the DC United website. And now I'm gonna quickly pull out my timer. Here it is. We're gonna kick off in a second. It's working, by the way. If this cuts out, this is gonna be annoying. But we might have found it. We might have found it, which is crazy because we're not actually signed into like some like ESPN thing. This thing keeps. I might have to stop using this water bottle. If you ever have that on like Gatorade bottles where they like squirt out, it's like squeezing. It's like squealing right now. It is so annoying. We're about to kick off. Here we go. Against FC Cincinnati. TQL Stadium. It is a soccer-specific stadium, and it's actually a massive one. First, I believe it's their first home game of the season. So, pretty big turnout for them. Looks like there might be a little bit of rain, but it doesn't stop the supporters from coming out. Might just be fog, a little bit of haze. And we are not off yet. If I'm behind, then, sorry, but we've just kicked off. We're underway. We're underway at TQL Stadium, and we're fine. The broadcast has been found on the DC United website. And, yeah. All is well and good. And Cincinnati are, they have an early attack, and our own man has gone down in our own box, but they have called it. I'm gonna see. What's the commentary like? Is it at least in English? Yes, it is working. And I just realized that the lineup has just gone off the screen. Okay. Here we go. Bill Hamid's gonna have to clear there. Alright, I'm gonna take these off. So I can actually focus here. So if you didn't see, but the press conference after the game. Ooh. Ball over the top again. Bill Hamid has to catch. But basically, Losada has come out and said he likes the result. Well, he liked the result, but I think it was I like the result, but I'm not blind. Which good statement because we didn't play fantastic. We honestly we were pretty lucky to win that game, and by the margin that we did, we were pretty lucky to do it. There's gonna be a foul now on Griffin Yao, who seems to be that rhymed, by the way, who seems to be operating on the left-hand side. And I think we're playing a back four, and Gressel might be through, but it just skips over. I don't know how he got into that position, but he was really far up the pitch. Okay, it does look like we may be playing. Yeah, we're playing a 5 in the back. Unless Andy Nahar is playing right back. But Nyman is dropping pretty deep. Skundrick forces an error there. We should win this game. We should definitely be winning this game. Yeah, Yao is playing on the left. Okay, I think we can come to the conclusion that that we are playing a 5 in the back. Stream just cut out for a second. But we're back. We're good. How is the quality of the stream? Let me know. Is it good? Is there not a ton of lag? Is the frame rate's all good and everything? I see a green light for my my KB per second. Brad Smith now on the ball. Tries to play it inside to Edison Flores, who is checking in. It's now back with Edison Flores. Brad Smith could be through. Surely. Oh, Griffin Yao. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Oh, how unlucky is that? Brad Smith, he was just clean through. I don't know how he didn't slot it home. He took one extra touch. He should have put it away one touch. Griffin Yao. It looked like if Brad Smith went down, that probably could have been a penalty. But and then there's a clearance from the head of Blackett for FC Cincinnati. That was close. That was very close. And I don't know if DC United does this only for away games, but yeah, you can find it on the DCUnited.com. And that might be out for another corner. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. We definitely should have capitalized on that. It wasn't an open net. It was actually a pretty tough task for Griffin Yao to sort of ave it around the defenders. But in the end, Blackett got back in time, and he was there to head it away. More Ukraine flags. Won't talk about that again, but prayers to Ukraine. And it's going to be a throw-in. We win it back. Maybe not. We seem to be sitting really, really deep. I don't know if that's just me, but I think we're sitting really deep. Nyman is also, obviously, he's deeper than he was last game. And Yao and Flores has switched sides. I don't know if that's for a tactical reason. Edison Flores maybe going to the right-hand side to try and exploit the absence of Cincinnati's left back. Their usual left back. Heinz Ike is going to go long. If anybody knows how to pronounce it, is it Brendan Heinz Ike or Brendan Heinz Ike? Heinz Ike. Because I haven't really decided on what I'm going to do yet. Andy Nahar, 1-2 with Griffin Yao, the shot is blocked. Andy Nahara thought he was going to go up for another long shot, which he did in the last game. But he didn't. Back to Brad Smith on the left wing. Ooh, Moses Nyman loses it. And luckily Birnbaum is there. Nahar back on it. Flores to Smith. Can he whip in another cross? Gives it to Yao instead. He looks decent early on. There's going to be a foul here for us. It's a free kick for United. And let me try and fix my this thing here. Okay. It was a little bit low. There's a foul there on Nyman, which gives us a free kick. And if you're going to sync up with us, Gressel's over it. Blocked by the wall. Yeah. If you're going to sync up with us, we're at 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Pretty much the timer that you see on the screen. So if you want to match me up with your screen and what you're watching on, go right ahead. Obviously, as this game goes on, that's a great ball in to Michael Estrada, who tries to take a long shot. Referee says that the defender got the ball, and he's probably right about that. Andy Nahar again in some space. We know that they don't defend well from the wings. And it's going to go straight to the goalkeeper. Lots of drums in the at that end for FC Cincinnati. I don't know what their supporter groups are called. Ooh, good through ball down the wing, and that's going to be another one. We have to be ready in the box. Bill Hamid punches away. Nyman's asking for a handball, but it's fine. We need to be quick on the break if we're going to be sitting back this deep. Brad Smith to Yao. He's too slow to get there. It's going to be an interesting game now that we're playing a different formation. A great shot in. Great shot in from Badgie. And Bill Hamid had to make a great save. He had to get really low for that one. Pause it off the ground. And this is immediately inside 10 minutes. It's a close one. Julian Gressel wins the ball back. Can we capitalize on that mistake? We said that it was very likely that we end up scoring on a opposition error, and it's also pretty likely that we'll control the all the aerial duels, control the air. Brad Smith is beaten, cross into the box. Should get that cleared away. Goes back to the number 10. It's Acosta, Luciano Acosta. Thrown for DC United. Get in the chat with your thoughts on the game. And if you're not watching the game and you're just here listening to the watch along, let us know how you're doing. It's a foul here from, couldn't really tell, it was just kind of a push in the back. Foul on Powell. They play it quick. We're definitely going to be dangerous on set pieces, though, tonight. Powell to whipping across. Headed away nicely from Brendan Hines Ike. For now, I'm going to go with Brendan Hines Ike. If anybody wants to correct me, then go ahead. Looking for a ball over the top to Griffin Yao, who does make his way around the defender, but he calls a foul. Should put out a tweet. Just about the deep line that we're playing. Sitting in, looking to hit on the break, which I don't really like that much, but what works, works. Yeah, we do seem to be winning a lot of head balls. So crosses into the box might be pretty easy for us to deal with. Yao getting a talking to from the referee. Probably asking for the foul there. Looked like a foul. Ref didn't call it though. Great switching ball from Nyman. Andy Nahar's there to chase. He's space to run into. We need to get him more involved. Andy Nahar as a right center back is really interesting. Currently is pretty high up. That was a pointless ball from Gressel. 15 minutes gone now. We're seeing a really we're seeing a really deep line from DC United. Pretty even in terms of the possession. Creating chances. They've probably created a little bit more. Here's a shot. Saved from Bill Hamid. Shot in. Another save. Lots of shots on Bill Hamid already. He's already made 3 saves. Please, let's not have this be a repeat of Charlotte. Because there were a lot of times early on in the first half against Charlotte where it looked like we were, it was certain that they were going to score. Handball. And we'll get a free kick. Our players seem to be complaining because Kubo kicked it away when they called it. Thrown for DC United, taken by Andy Nahar. Brad Smith. Oh, yes, that's a great ball. Edison Flores. A chance. Oh, what a miss. What a miss from Edison Flores. We've got to be putting those away. I was holding my phone. Looked like I was on a phone call. But what a ball from Brad Smith. Found the space. And Flores completely fluffed his lines there. But it's okay, we go again. Stuff them in the corner. We need to get Michael Estrada more involved. Need to get more crosses into him. This number 2 looks good, Powell. Looks good for them. He's put in a few crosses, beaten Brad Smith a few times. Another header one. And Badgie is down. Referee's just gonna check on him. Is that a foul? Birnbaum goes up. I mean, he won the ball. No foul. It's not going to be called. The Badgie's gonna have to stay on the sideline for a second or two. And we'll get play back underway. Gressel. I mean, the choice to put Andy Nahar and Julian Gressel both on the same side. Lasada, I really like the way he takes each game he takes it game by game, and he changes the tactics based off of who we're playing, what injuries they have. In this case, it looks like what he's done is put Flores on the side of their missing left back, and he's also overloaded that side by putting Gressel and Andy Nahar at right center back, trying to exploit that right-hand side. Griffin Yao. Ball just gets away from him. Oh no, Nahar, he's definitely not offsides. It's gonna be a goal for FC Cincinnati. Oh, nope. He is offsides. Wow. That did not look offsides. Celebrations are gonna have to stop. I think he's offsides. Didn't look offsides. Yeah, he definitely went early. It's offsides. Either you're offsides or you're not. There's no in between. So it stays 0-0. And pretty much around the same time as the last disallowed goal for Charlotte. Vasquez, he's just They're saying it might be called back. I mean, originally, it looked like he went back, he went over the line, came back. I think that's offsides from the replay that they're showing right now. But play's back underway. And just like last game, a disallowed goal relatively early on. Brad Smith might have just had a collision to the knee there. He'll be fine though, I'm sure. They have a really good stadium, Cincinnati. I like that it's closed on all corners. Our stadium doesn't necessarily have that, but I still very much like our stadium. I've been in it multiple times. The one thing that I know that there's a ton of people that hate the stadium. I mean, I really liked when it was going to be first built. I liked that it had a cover over the top going all the way around. But the redesign, I don't hate it. I know that there's a ton of people that do hate it. The one thing that I wouldn't like is there's a ton of I once sat right behind where all the cameras were for the broadcast. And to get there, I had to go up 3 different staircases. Like staircase, and we had to walk over, staircase, and we had to walk over again, staircase, and they were very, very steep, and they were very narrow. I thought I was going to fall backwards and fall onto the pitch. We were multiple stories up. It pretty much was from the second floor, or from the first row that wrapped around. Pretty much was just one staircase all the way up, and then go over in another skinny, tall, steep staircase. I remember we were having a ton of trouble getting to our seats, and it was very tight. But other than that, I mean, I really like it. This stadium, I think, is better than ours, though. It's got a larger standing section. Actually, our standing section might be the same size. It's just not as wide. If anybody's looking at it, it's pretty much just one entire end is a whole standing section with rails. Oh, here we go. There's a trivia question. Last Saturday versus Charlotte FC, Michael Estrada scored that I didn't even get to read it. I didn't even get to read it. It was probably like he scored in what minute? I don't even remember what minute he scored. I know it was in the first half, probably 37th, 38th, 39th minute. I don't even know if that was the question, what minute he scored in. But if it was, I think it was in the 39th minute. Powell's in some space here, but we're gonna head it clear once again, controlling the air, which we did against Charlotte. And Edison Flores with a long switching ball. Griffin Yao is chasing after it. Looks like he is gonna get there, but he is shielded out of bounds by Hagland. Griffin Yao looks pretty quick. Also, I'm thinking of maybe doing. Oh, here we go on the break. Great tackle from Heinz Ike. I was also thinking of like maybe like midweek if we did like a few streams and we played like a FIFA career mode with DC United or maybe FM, but that would be more long term serious. Might do that on my own actually. It's pretty fun, and we'll get to know the side more. At least for this season. Oh, they're away again. Number 14 is through, but the shot is straight at Bill Hamid. Fourth save of the night. Might even be more. Might be losing count. And he's pretty much already equaled his the amount of saves that he did the entire game last time. Smith goes down. The fans aren't happy about it, but they did call. I don't think that was a foul, but it might have been a throw-in for us. Yep, throw-in for us. And we're starting pretty similar. Actually, not really, but we're starting pretty similar in terms of the amount of chances that we're creating. Pretty similar, pretty similar to what we did against Charlotte. But what's different from the last game is we're playing a much deeper line, and we're not being as creative, and our first touch doesn't look as good, which is, I guess it's something typical for an away match. So, can't forget about that. We are playing in Cincinnati. But obviously, like Losada said, we don't want to use that as an excuse. We still want to play the way that we want to play. Those are some interesting seats. Anybody see that? There were pretty much seats on the ground, like courtside seats in the NBA. Interesting. Nahar now to take the ball forward. Cycled back around Brad Smith. Headed back the other way. Kubo's got space. It's Luciano Acosta trying to split the defense, but we cut it out, and Smith will clear. Estrada trying to get on the opposite side of that defender, but he couldn't. Just trying to body his way through. Acosta, space to dribble into now. Nyman tries to put in a tackle. Maybe a cross to be whipped in. Another headed clearance. Maybe a foul. Yep. Referee's calling a lot of fouls in our favor. Moving these armrests up here. Wherever you're watching, I'm assuming you're on the East Coast, because both of these teams are on the East Coast. But if you're not, welcome. But if you are on the East Coast, it's pretty likely that you've had dinner. What did you have for dinner? We're here. We're just chilling. What'd you have for dinner? We're just we're having a nice chill stream. Building a community. If we get big enough, maybe we can do a meet and greet. No. Maybe we can, Because I know for a fact that I will go to a game this season. Looks like there might be a free kick for FC Cincinnati. Maybe a foul. No. But I know for a fact that I will go to a game this season. Yeah, there's going to be a foul right outside of the area. Nope, there's not. It's just going to be a free kick. But I know that I will go to a game at some point this season. It'll most likely be in the summer. But maybe I can, I'll film a little, a match preview outside of the stadium. Maybe I'll do a little match vlog. That should be fun. I'd definitely do that. Match vlog. Headed clear, hopefully. We do get it all the way past the halfway line. Lasada is urging our players forward. So we are trying to get a little bit more attack going. But we're just sitting so deep. There's a slip there from Moreno. Lasada is shouting commands. Maybe a foul there. Yep, it's a foul on Estrada. If anybody's going to be watching the Manchester Derby tomorrow, what are your predictions for that? Manchester United, which is the team that I support. You can see the scarf up there. I'm wearing the jersey as well. There it is. We're kind of in shambles at the moment. We don't know who our next manager is, but there is a rumor that I mean I think it's pretty reliable that there might be attack for FC Cincinnati here. He's gotten around our number 4. And it's into the box, and it's cleared by Gressel. Not too far, though. But we don't really know who our next manager is going to be, although we've pretty much confirmed that there has been contact between the club and Erik ten Hag, the Ajax manager. Which I personally would love to have him as the manager. He looks really exciting. In Ajax team and a club that doesn't have a ton of resources, he's taken his team to the very deep in the Champions League, deeper than Manchester United. And I think at some point, I mean, I know he's pretty much confirmed after his 5 years at Ajax. It's pretty much confirmed that he is going to be leaving Ajax at the end of the season, and I think he deserves the right to manage a big club. And I'm hoping that big club is going to be Manchester United, because I think he's the right man for us. I think he's the man that can turn us around. Back onto the game though, and Gressel goes flying into the advertisement boards, trying to draw a foul. I'd imagine that is a flop. And if anybody knows when Russell Canhouse will be back into the squad, the CDM, let me know when he'll be back available, because I know he's injured. Coming up on halftime, though, we have about 10 minutes remaining. Tried a shoulder pass there. Didn't work out for them. And we're not doing great at keeping possession. And Michael Estrada, he'd probably only have touched the ball about 3 times. Possibly a ball into the box. It is a ball into the box. Cleared again by Heinz Ike. I like that kit, by the way. That Cincinnati kit. The silver stripes down the side. And looks like Gressel's down. He's holding his, looks like the back of his hip. That area. He's actually holding his chest. I don't know, but he's pointing to the back of his. He's pointing sort of towards his glutes. Doesn't look like anything happened. He just sort of started to hold it, and then he went down. That looks worrying. Still down. He looks to be in a lot of pain. There it is on the screen. Next home game, Chicago Fire, 7:30 p.m., March 12th, which we won't be doing a watch along for. Because I will be gone on a plane somewhere. Once I get back, I'll tell you where I've gone, but I can't tell you because that's, I don't know. I've just always been told not to do that. Whenever you go on vacation, you never want to tell anybody where you're going. Especially on a live stream on YouTube. Popping some squats. Here we go. Gressel doing some squats. Yeah, it's he could have gotten kneed into the backside. I think he'll be fine. Just a little dead leg. Except from the back. Brad Smith, drive forward. Brad Smith is frustrated, and he seems to be struggling without Edison Flores on his side. But he was able to attack in the last game, pretty much on his own. I think it may have to do with them playing five in the back. He's having trouble finding space. Kubo's sort of in his way as well from the midfield. He's just struggling to beat that first man. Sort of getting suffocated on that line. Ball into the box, chested down. Edison Flores. Nahar comes in with a shot! Wide. I think he was a lot wider than we thought. Nahar, he's dangerous from distance, we know that. We're gonna have a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, that was... Oh, it hit the post! Wow. But I think they might have called a foul. Yeah, it was a foul. Offsides. We're doing a stretch. Get up and do a stretch with me. Everybody do a stretch. We've been sitting down for 40 minutes now. Hydrate as well. I'm gonna get my water in a second. I've drinking almost this entire bottle. It's a lot. And if you were wondering, I did have a game today. One of my own. And we won again. I thought I played pretty well. First 10 minutes at least. First half. Second half was a little bit... We scored 2 goals in the first half. Second half was really dull. Just no goals, really no action at all. Brad Smith goes down and smiling sarcastically. As we get a throw in. Michael Estrada trying to shield a man, which he looks like he it looks like that's one of his, like the way he plays, just with his back to goal. Oh, Cincinnati's through and it's wide. Oh my goodness. Badgie was through on goal, and he just it was wide. That came out of nowhere. I think it was the left back that was going forward. Looked really frustrated because it was an absolute dream of a pass. Didn't mean to hit the microphone. Badgie there. How old's Badgie? 29. He looked really young. He looked young. Close up. But he's 29. Which I guess is young in life. But in terms of, I mean, it is very young in terms of life. Michael Estrada. No. But it's young in general. But in terms of a footballing career, that is, he's sort of at the peak of his powers. Given away to Griffin Yao, who has space. Michael Estrada playing a lovely one-touch back heel flick. And now a ball going all the way to the opposite side. Brad Smith gets shoved off the ball. You'd have to think with those seats that are like on the ground if you're watching the game live. There's some seats that are level with the field. Their feet are on the grass. You've got to think that that's pretty dangerous. With balls flying in, ricochets for throw-ins. Griffin Yao's gonna try and put in a cross. Ooh, he's gonna keep it in bounds. He's gonna keep it in play. Moses Nyman. He looks really confident for being just 18. Nahar. He's gonna play a long ball. Just cut out. Nyman back on it. Gives it away again. 3 added minutes. The fourth official says. And now we have a 2-on-2 attack. Just wide. Pretty much about 2 feet wide. The shot from Vasquez. How old's he? You always wonder with the players in this league. See, that player, Vasquez, looks older than Badgie. Yet he's actually he's actually 6 years younger. He's 23. Which I guess he's a pretty young, exciting striker. Still has time to develop. Brad Smith playing off. Yeah, that's the combination that we need. Good cross from Brad Smith. Yeah, we need Edison Flores on the left side. He combines the best, I think, with Smith. And it looks like we have made that change. Yao is now operating on the right-hand side. Edison Flores playing on the left to accommodate Brad Smith, who seemed to be getting sort of isolated, being left out to dry. Same with Estrada, really. We're not really getting him the service. Badgie's going to take a shot. It's well over. High and wide. Yeah, I think Estrada is really strong and he's decently tall. He's able to sort of shield off the defenders. Tried to do it as he was hoping for a tried to do it on a throw-in, trying to just shield around, shield off the defender, give him space. Tried to do it again there, but he okay. He wins a another throw-in. And we get halftime. So pretty uneventful second half in terms of our attacks, but very eventful on our defensive front. On the opposite end, not the best first half, not great. Definitely need to get better if we want to win this game. But it's a good start. At least we haven't given up a goal. Definitely needed to capitalize on that chance where Brad Smith was through on goal. Yeah, look at that stadium from the outside. TQL. Yeah, okay. I'm going to refill my water. If you've run out of water, I encourage you to refill your water. And I'm also going to grab something quick to eat as well. I will be right back. We're back. We are back. And I've just realized that I left the timer running. So I'll fix that in a second. Let me get that. There we go. Okay. Timer's good. Let's take a look at the, some of the stats. Hang on. I don't know why I just decided to put something in my mouth as I was about to start talking. Anyways. Let's do this. We're going to take a little bit of a scroll down here in FOTMob. By the way, FOTMob, if you're watching, which you're not, sponsor me. You know, everybody's sponsored by OneFootball. How about FOTMob? Or OneFootball. I'll start using OneFootball for this. There we go. I'm just going to quickly capture cursor. Now you can see. Can you see where I am? Yeah, there we go. Now you can see where my mouse is. Possession, pretty even, but they've got a slight upper hand there. The XG, pretty much one for each side. Both teams definitely deserve a goal, that's for sure. Cincinnati probably more than us. Just with the amount of, I think, obviously Cincinnati have created more chances, but we had the one chance where it's like, we've got to be scoring that. Brad Smith's shot, he needed to release that quicker. Flores had a shot. Yao's shot was actually a lower expected goal there, same. And Gressel, his free kick that hit the wall. And that blocked shot there. Vasquez from there. Badgie's shot that went wide. Shot on target pretty much to Bill Hamid. That one obviously went well wide. Same here. Badgie straight at the goal. This one was the main one. Badgie, he was through on goal. Perfect ball from the left back. And just completely skewed it. It was a pretty similar play to this one. Flores completely put it wide of the goal. Pretty much in the same area as well. Flores a little bit further out with a little bit of a tighter angle. 7 shots to 5. We've had more big chances. There we go. 3 big chances for us. 1 big chance for them. Obviously, every single one was missed. Accurate passing. The pass accuracy is pretty similar, but they've had more passes, or more accurate passes. They've committed more fouls. They've had more offsides. Same amount of corners. Take a look at the top-rated players. For them, Powell, one I mentioned. Acosta, didn't mention him, but he did look pretty lively. Hagland was pretty much pocketing Griffin Yao for us. Bill Hamid right now, I definitely agree with that. He's the man of the match right now. Heinz Ike, definitely good. Birnbaum as well, good. I think those are really the only players that deserve anything above an average score. If we were to stop the player ratings right now, and we filmed the match review right now, I think I would agree with that. Those are really the only 3 players that are going to be over an average performance for me. Smith, he's getting there. He definitely has the ability to get to an above average performance. Same with Gressel. I think Yao looks decent. Estrada, I think Yao deserves a better score than Estrada. Flores, I'd like him to get more involved. Same with Nyman. I just would like our midfield to be more sharp. Just need to take control of the midfield. And if we can do that, I think we can win this game. Could take control of the midfield. We need to connect our back line to our front line. If we do that, I think we'll win. It looks good for this second half. I think we're set up to win. My water bottle was squeaking again. But I think we're set up. I think we are favorites to win the second half. We're favorites to win at the beginning of the game, and I think we're favorites still, which is good. So, give me your thoughts on the game in the chat. Just gonna put out a tweet. What can we say? Swallowed a piece of hair. That's disgusting. Has anybody ever had like a hair in their mouth? It's just disgusting. Halftime 0-0. Take a quick look at Twitter. All right. Here's from Black and Red United. Front seven have not been great at preventing transition attacks, which I would agree with, and I just realized that. Hang on. My cursor's still on. There we go. Front seven have not been great at preventing transition attacks. I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. They were doing all right early when Cincy was just hoofing it long, but once they started trying to find a pass, the passes were there. Again, I'd agree with that. We've had some big chances early, but the back half of this half was controlled by Cincinnati. Again, I'd agree with that. Here we go. Let's retweet this one. Skyline Chili destruction time. That was from the beginning of the game. Cincinnati looking sharp coming off of last week's loss to Austin. That's coming from Sarah Kalassi. She also said that DC with few very near misses. So let's take a look at the scenes in Charlotte then. Is that game on? That game's not going to be on until later. Here we go. Few videos to look at. The energy is pumping in the Carolina Panthers stadium. I believe they sold it out. That is insane. They're going to fill that entire stadium for a terrible team. No. I mean, they are. They are probably going to be last in the Eastern Conference if it's not Cincinnati. But I mean, props to them. I would not have expected that. Lots of energy at that stadium. A few pictures from fans. Looks to be a great atmosphere. I also really like their jerseys, by the way. The jerseys for Charlotte are really cool. Should be underway in a second here. Tapping away on my keyboard if it's loud. Put out another tweet. We're gonna get underway in a second. Perfect timing. Let's get on the timer. The referee waiting to blow. Fans are retaking their seats for the second half of match week 2. Match day 2. Here we go. Underway. The timer has started. And it's actually 1 second ahead on the screen. So if you're trying to sync up, we're at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you're trying to sync up. Looks like it's the same formation. I think there was a sub. Yep, there was a sub, so it's not going to be the same formation. Brad Smith early into the box. Okay, we had a sub. We had a substitution. And I believe it's kind of hard to see because he's all the way on the other side of the pitch. But I believe that's Adrian Perez. Yeah, Adrian Perez has come on. And who came off then? Wasn't Nahar? Could have been Gressel though with the injury. I think it was Gressel. Yeah, Gressel's off. Yeah, definitely. Gressel's off, and Adrian Perez. Yep, Gressel off, Perez on. Looking at a little bit more of an attacking formation now. Back to the 4-2-3-1. And this will be interesting because Nyman still is playing in the box-to-box role. And it looks like Griffin Yao will be playing the 10. With a little bit of a mixture from Andy Nahar, who will be driving through the middle, I'm sure, tons of times. With us in need of a goal. I'd take any win at this point. It doesn't have to be by a ton. Nabbit the Rabbit, you might be right about the 1-0 victory for DC United. If you haven't already and you're watching live right now, subscribe, because we're going to be doing watch-alongs for every single game this season, except pretty much except for the ones that we're not going to do, which right now is just next week's match, third match week. I'll be watching it on my own, but I'm not going to be able to do a stream. I'm going to be out of state. Going to be pretty much on the opposite side of the country. But I'm not going to be revealing to you exactly where I'm going. But I will afterwards. When I get back, I'll tell you where I've gone. Second half. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think this game's going to end in a draw. Or at least end 0-0. There's definitely another goal in this game. I just don't know what team it's going to be for. Just move this back. And it has updated the lineup on your screen now. It is updated. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the actual player, which is what I would want. Which is why I might switch to OneFootball, but OneFootball, when showing the lineup, doesn't show both teams' lineups, and it's also narrow. It's not a rectangle like this one is. So it might be just hard to fit on the screen. So we might just have to find something else like stats of like possession and stuff to put on the opposite side of that. In terms of the layout of the screen. Or of the stream. And screen. This backup left back for Cincinnati doesn't look terrible. Might make a case for him to start more games, actually. Does seem to be a little bit of a change in the energy for us this half. Perez touches off. He tried to play a little layoff run, giving it to Brad Smith. For some reason, whenever I say Brad Smith or Smith, I just feel the need to say his entire name because Smith. I don't know. I just feel like I need to say the first name. There's some names. If you give me some examples in the chat, but there are some names where you just have to say the first name in order for it to work. Thrown for United. Like Andy Nahar. I always say Andy Nahar instead of just Nahar. Probably a little bit less often than I say Brad Smith. Here is Brad Smith. Big long ball caught by Khan. Cincinnati keeper. Cincinnati on the attack now. On the attack. Luciano Acosta taken by Smith. There we go. I didn't say his first name there. Tried to boot it long. Didn't quite work out for us in the end. Ooh, and their striker might be away. Birnbaum needs to recover. He does tip it wide. It's going to be a corner. Our center backs are not happy about it, though. They say it came back off the striker. Good piece of defensive work for from Heinz Ike, though. That was an important touch. Our defense has been very good, specifically our center backs. Really solid tonight. I always say today because whenever I'm talking about Manchester United, they always play in the mornings from the US in the mornings on the East Coast. I can't imagine what it's like living in California or anywhere on the western side, being a being a fan of a team in Europe. Because whenever you watch their games live, it's always, I mean, opening game of the season for Manchester United was against Leeds, and it was at 7:30 a.m. where I was. Imagine if you're a Manchester United fan or a Leeds fan on the west coast of the United States. You'd have to be waking up like at 3 a.m. Not even waking up, you just have to be like awake. 3 a.m. Imagine a 3:30 a.m. kickoff. It must be so hard. And like the latest games that you get are like really like 11:30 is like the latest kickoff time that they have in the Prem. So what would that be? 11:30? I mean, the latest time you can get, the latest game you can watch is like 8 p.m. Probably why the fan base of LA Galaxy and LAFC, Portland Timbers, is so massive because they can't really. My dog is barking. If you can hear that. You can't really there he is again. You can't really watch a ton of games unless you're going to wake up really, really early, which I'd imagine is hard because it was hard when I had to do it, or when I have to do it. My water just spilled. But you know, committed fan, waking up early. Yeah, that actually would make sense if the fan base is why the fan base like Portland Timbers really passionate. Might not be a massive fan base, but really passionate one. They put a lot of their I guess effort, I don't know. They put a lot of time into that team, into that club. And that's a mistake from us. Will Cincinnati capitalize? Good save. Big save from Bill Hamid. Had to cover for Birnbaum's mistake. Shot low to the ground. DA Fall's gonna come on. But not yet. I wonder who he will come on for. I'd like him to come on for Yao. The ball into the box is I think it's gonna be another corner for United. Yeah, I think Yao should come off if DA Fall is gonna come on. But it could be Nyman. It's probably most likely. Nahar will take it. It's gonna be touched. Scramble in the box. It's out for Nyman to have a hit. It looked like it was gonna be on target, but it was blocked really early on. And now Strada takes it down. Yao! Can he put a cross in? Is that a foul? Is that a penalty? It's not going to be. And we're gonna get a goal kick. Looked like that might have been a penalty, but I think he got mostly ball. And Estrada. Oh no, that's Kamara. So it's a double change. Oh wow, Skundrick. So Estrada is off, Kamara is on. That is a smart change. I like that. Estrada won't be happy with his performance. He didn't do great. Didn't really get involved. Ola Kamara, I like. I think he's gonna get a goal. I'm feeling it coming. Fall came on for Skundrick. So either there's no. I don't think that there's gonna be a CDM in this setup now. It'll probably be Nahar trying to cover the inside. In the midfield. 30 minutes remain. 30 minutes to find a winner. I mean, I think I would trust Yao to play a little bit of a right back, I think. If Nahar needs to go to the middle. Fall seems to be the one that's sort of dropping a little bit deeper. Which seems about right. Pretty young midfield now. Which could be good, could be bad. Pretty important catch there from Hamid. Bill Hamid, there's one. I always say Bill Hamid instead of just Hamid. Long ball to Ola Kamara. Kamara. Shot is blocked and we'll get a corner. Immediately Kamara having more of an impact. This is why I think he should have started. But Estrada didn't play terrible. And you got to give him another game, but obviously on the road, it probably would have been a smarter option to go with the more experienced, at least more experienced with our side. Little combination between Yao and Smith. I believe that's offsides. And my water bottle's dripping. I don't think the cap's completely on. There, that should stop. Should be fine now. And Badgie's off. Can't see that guy's name. Badgie is off, Brenner is on, and Powell is off, and Murphy is on. And I thought that Powell was decent for them. But he's off. Nahar. Here's where he's dangerous. Clipton to Kamara. Adrian Perez looked like he won it. But it's going to go to the goalkeeper. Nyman goes down, they call it. Could have had an advantage there. Heinz Ike giving some orders to Moses Nyman. Smith driving forward, and he is sent into the advertisement boards. Big challenge there from the right back. Sorry, the left. Yeah, right back. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do for more watch-alongs for the rest of the season. Match reviews, match previews as well. There'll be a match review uploaded tomorrow or Monday. just covering, giving a tactical analysis, review of how we played, and we'll also get into some player ratings. The shot is wide. And it looks like it might have gotten a touch, so we're going to get a corner. Is there a penalty there? Do you think there's a penalty there? Why is it still dripping? It should not be dripping. Corner for Cincinnati. Oof. That has to be their first attacking header that they've won this whole game. And as I thought, we are controlling the air. But not on this occasion. See the replay, cross went in. Yeah, there was a real chance, the real opportunity there for him to head that home. Nahar, wow, keeps it in bounds. They call the foul, and it's a weak pass, a hospital ball that will just get, actually ended up giving us a little bit of a decent chance. DA fall. Nyman. Nahar. This game's a little bit more interesting towards the end than the Charlotte game was. I was sort of losing focus towards the end of that one, but I'm really interested now in who will go ahead. Powerful header from Ola Kamara. It was a good cross from Yao. Lasada liked it. Clapped it up. And the header was well wide. She wasn't really looking at where he was. Lasada's got to get his message across to the players, what he wants. Just need to raise the intensity levels. I'm gonna tweet that. Gonna tweet out Nahar's down. Oof. He was turned on top of his head. Certainly a foul. And my water bottle. I was about to say it's no longer leaking, but it just dripped onto my pants. Ola Kamara. It's a pretty good decision to loan in Michael Estrada by Hernan Lasada, because he's a pretty similar player to Ola Kamara, just 4 years younger. Really smart to loan him and to get a look at him before we sign him. I think if he does well, then we will be able to sign him. I don't know how much of an important player he is at Toluca, or if they're looking to keep him after this, because 25, when you go on loan at 25, you're really just doing a little test drive at a club. So I really hope he does well. It's a pretty big stadium as well. Ola Kamara getting into the box, wasn't able to drive his way through. It's pretty interesting that, I mean, it is their first home game of the season, but it looks like there's they have a lot of fans in the stadium today or tonight. Keep saying today, but tonight. Looks like they have a lot of fans in the stadium for this match. It is first home game of the season, but for Ohio, you've already got Columbus Crew, you've got Chicago Fire in Illinois, which is pretty close as well. But Columbus Crew, probably the bigger club, and two clubs in a small state, not a small state, they're a pretty medium-sized state, but relatively small state in Ohio. I guess they've got a pretty high population, a lot of big cities. But for a team that already has another one in the state for soccer or football in the United States, headed clear by Nahar. Um, yeah, they've done pretty well. A lot for to have that big of a stadium for a relatively small club and with a rival club that is probably a lot bigger in your same state, like DC United. I'm surprised that not a lot of people come to the games. I mean, a lot of people do come to the games. We probably have an average attendance of just under 10,000, maybe just over. Side netting header. But I'm surprised that we don't really fill our stadium a lot. But Cincinnati have a massive stadium, and it looks like they've got a lot of fans. I don't actually know how many times we've actually sold out our stadium, but our first home game of the season looked like any other one. But to be fair, it was pretty cold last weekend. If anybody wants to look that up, has Audi Field ever been sold out? If you look at our, it's probably on Wikipedia, our attendance records over the last couple seasons. We usually get like one or two sellouts. Luciano Acosta has Kubo there. Will he take a shot on his left foot? He's going to take it out to the number 28. Luciano Acosta tried to just touch it down. There, Brad Smith is going to take it forward. It's into the path of Ola Kamara. Who I've got to be honest. He looks he's pretty fast for his size. Ola Kamara lining up the shot straight at the goalkeeper. And that ball's over the head of Andy Nahar. Substitution, Griffin Yao going to be coming off. We have Odoy Atsum coming on. And I think that means that we may get Andy Nahar more in the midfield. Cincinnati fans doing the Iceland chant. No, that one. Odoyatsum, though, is on. And I'm not 100% sure what position he is. But it looked like he could be I think he's a right back. So I think Andy Nahar is going to get into the midfield. And with Yao coming off, we'll probably get Nyman moving up, Fall and Nahar in the midfield. That's my prediction. That's what I'm guessing. Perez might be the 10. Edison Flores hasn't come off yet. I don't think he will, because we sort of need that bit of explosiveness in pace. 15 minutes now left, officially. Yeah, Nahar might be playing right wing. Can't really tell. But Odoyatsum is definitely playing right back. Yeah, Nahar is really high up now. Could actually be playing the 10. That ball will go straight to Bill Hamid. Luciano Acosta. That's a great fake shot from him. Block from Odoyatsum. That's off the corner flag, and we'll get a throw in. Bounced the right way for us. Shot was actually headed. A shot cleared with the head. And our first yellow card of the match, Nyman, is who it goes to. The 18-year-old. And Gadis is asking for I think he's asking for a red. He's saying his studs were up and he stomped on him. Ooh, Nyman might be in some trouble here. Oh, he might be in some trouble. It was studs up. He might be in some trouble if they decide to look at this. The injury is definitely over-exaggerated, but Nyman might be getting a red here. And this game might turn defensive for us. And we're going to get some added time as well from this. I think VAR is going to be implemented here for the first time in the match, which is good. We don't want to be using it a ton. Yeah, we're getting VAR. We are getting some video assistant referee, some video review. I think that's a red card. It's tough because it's his first challenge this whole entire game, pretty much. It's one of his first fouls of the game. It would be pretty harsh to give him a red. But I mean, if you're going by the rules, studs up. It's halfway up his leg. I mean, in technicality, that is a red card. Give me your thoughts in the chat, the live chat. That's oh god, that might be a foul. Here he is. Could be a red. He's made the decision. He's going over. Is he going to give it? Oh, it is a red. No! It's a red from Moses Nyman. The 18-year-old has been sent off. Moses Nyman. And, he is being absolutely pelted by the Cincinnati fans. And we will make a change. And I think that Lasada was holding up a 6. So, Donovan Pines, who used to play for the club that I play for now. So, I want to see him do well. Nahar's coming off. So, if that actually was a 6, Donovan Pines might be playing the 6. Put out another tweet. Donovan Pines, I think he's 6'5", but we're playing with 10 men now. Nahar was the one sacrificed. I think, yeah, I believe he's going to be playing the 6. Actually, it looks like Donovan Pines is sort of playing a left center back. Whether that's as a wide center back with a 3 or a 5 in the back. Either way, Andy Nahar's off, which means we lose a man in the midfield. Yeah, I think we're getting a 5 in the back now. And this is going to be really tough for Sofiane Diefal to deal with. And he's trying to sort it out right now with Odoy Atsum. Gotta do some thinking on the fly here. We're gonna get a lot of extra time, so it's not just gonna be 8 minutes. And this game just turned a lot more defensive from United's point of view. And I think Heinz Ike might actually be playing the 6, helping out Diefal in the midfield, because he's stepped up a lot higher than the other center backs. Ball's tipped away. Some scores coming in from around the league. New York has won. Sporting Kansas City beat Houston 1-0. We saw Philadelphia beat Montreal 2-1. Columbus Crew and San Jose tied 3-3. I'm definitely going to have to watch the highlights of that match. That looks pretty exciting. Orlando City is currently beating Chicago Fire 1-0 with Chicago Fire with Xherdan Shaqiri. Colorado Rapids are beating Atlanta United 2-0. And there's been a weather delay in the Nashville, Minnesota game. 1-0 currently to Nashville. Seattle and Real Salt Lake currently at halftime 0-0. New York City and Vancouver 0-0. LA Galaxy and Charlotte are in the first half. So that game has kicked off. And I'll definitely be watching the highlights to the Charlotte game just to see that packed stadium. The biggest it's an attendance record for this year. The game with the most attendance, highest attendance this whole year in the entire world. That's not just the United States, that is the entire world. 75,000 people, I think, is what it was. But they've completely sold out the stadium in Carolina, and the Cincinnati player just took like 10 steps forward. Adrian Perez didn't like that. Five minutes plus extra time is what's left. Odoyatsum, you can't let the cross. Yep, there we go. I was gonna say, you can't let the cross across. And he didn't. It's gonna be a corner, though. Donovan Pines has to be ready. We're relying on him here to get this away. Here we go. I'm gonna get really close to the microphone, because this is a big point in the game. Here we go. Barreal is coming on for Cincinnati. Here we go. Cross in. Cleared away by Donovan Pines. Something you love to see. When that shot deflected into the side netting. Odoyatsum is dealing with it well, though. But will he break at any point? He's coming under a lot of pressure. Another headed clearance by Donovan Pines. Bill Hamid's going to have to save that from going out of bounds. And the assistant referee has called a corner kick. It's getting a little bit nervy, but we know that Cincinnati aren't the best in the air, so we should be getting this away once again. I'm nervous, though. Ball's in, punched away. It almost went in. Punched away by Bill Hamid, though. It's going to be cycled back around. Cincinnati now playing on the front foot, as you could imagine, with us playing with 10 men. Once again, Luciano Acosta attacking down Odoyatsum's side. '88th minute now. Sorry, 89th minute. Coming towards the end of this game. Game coming towards a close. It's going to be headed down. Oh, Kubo goes down in the box. It looked like he could have been tripped up, but he got immediately back up. I don't think that we'll get a penalty there. Looked like he might have gotten fouled, but he immediately got up. He realized that he was not going to get the foul. It wasn't blatantly obvious, at least from where the camera is. Another attack down the left for Cincinnati. Odoyatsum Another big tackle, but he has called it that time. They've called a foul. Odo Atsum's not happy, and I'm not happy. That was not a foul, in my opinion. I mean, he's a little bit soft to go down. Probably a foul, but he went down very easily. This is interesting. Come on, get it cleared. Again on the back post. Bill Hamid has to punch it away. Smith, who's had a rough game, has just tripped over the ball. And he's called a foul. It's going to be a yellow card coming out for Smith. Yellow card for Smith. It is getting nervy with 6 added minutes. I feel like in the MLS they always add so much extra time. So much stoppage. But we're getting 6 more minutes of action. Brad Smith now on a yellow card. We're going to have to withstand a lot more of these attacks. Cincinnati now probably favors to score the next goal. And if we score, it would be completely against the run of play and completely unexpected. Another cross into the box. Very good clearance from Steven Birnbaum. He really could not get that wrong, or else that probably would have gone in our own net. Adrian Perez, Sofiane Diefal will clear it. This is a lot more interesting than the stoppage time of the Charlotte game. I was pretty much falling asleep in that one. But here we're on the edge of our seats. Diefal heads it down. We may have a little counterattack here if we can get men forward. Ola Kamara trying to tip it. There isn't that 11th man there to pick it up. No one there to help him. And now Cincinnati on the immediate counter. Cross is low and into the box. Luciano Acosta, the shot is blocked. Oh my goodness, and only 2 minutes have gone. Ooh, the headed ball is in. It's wide. Brenner has headed that clear, or headed that wide, clear of the goal. This is exciting. This is whew. This is really something. Diefal. Ooh, good composure. Flicks it over the defender, and we're gonna get a yellow card. Pretty smart foul there. And Adrian Perez, they're not happy with Adrian Perez because it looked like he was trying to take the ball away from them to try and play quickly, but the card had to come out. Diefal was away. Like he might have a little bit slight injury. Yep, definitely tripped him up. Certainly a foul, professional foul. Certainly a yellow card. Diefal is still down. Maybe we can capitalize on this set piece. Yeah, Diefal is in some pain. Whether this is to waste time or not, I don't know. Lasada's not happy, though. But Lasada, by going 5 in the back, he's clearly not going for the win. the time, you'd have to assume that the time would get added on, though. At the end of stoppage. Yeah, he's really in some pain. Hopefully he's able to continue. He just needs to put in a shift for about 5 more minutes. 3, probably. Not even 5, 3. I think DA Fall might actually have to come off. No, DA Fall is now lining up to take the free kick. Can we capitalize on this chance? We know that they're not great at defending set pieces. Ola Kamara is asking for a handball. Why can't we just continue playing, Kamara? There's much more significant things to worry about, like a Cincinnati counterattack. Flores tried to take the touch. How he's not been taken off, I mean, I guess it's just because he's got the pace, he's got the explosiveness. They're going to check it. They're looking for a handball. We might get a penalty here. We may get a penalty. Here we go. I'm shaking my chair. Because we might get a penalty. Ooh. This is interesting. We can't get too excited. At first look, didn't look like it was anything in that. But, yep, VAR. Okay. So they've told him to look at it. He's decided to look at it. Oh, that's a foul! I mean, that's a handball! That's gotta be a handball! That's gonna be a handball. We're gonna get a PK, without a doubt. Without a doubt. If the last one was a red card, this one, 100%. Without a doubt, handball. Without a doubt, his arm is all the way up here. He jumps for it, completely flailing into the ball. Terrible mistake from the Cincinnati defenders. Arms all the way above his shoulder. That is 110% a handball. We're gonna get, let's see it. Show us the penalty. Come on, point to the spot. Yes! It's a penalty! We're getting a penalty! Oh my goodness! We might end up getting 3 points. We don't deserve this at all. But it's happening. Who is gonna take it, though? I mean, there's no point in arguing now. Why? Why are you trying to argue with the referee now? There's no point. There's no point. He's not gonna change it. He's already had an in-depth, slow-motion look. I'm having my scarf out. Here we go. It's gonna be a penalty taken by Ola Kamara. We had a penalty last game for a handball that I didn't think was a handball. This one, 100% a handball. And it's Ola Kamara, the other striker, to take it. Here we go. The scarf is out. I mean, surely it's got to go in. It's got to go in. I'm hoping. Imagine we get 3 points from this. We don't deserve it at all. Whatsoever. We do not deserve 3 points from this. But we might get it. I'm backing up my chair all the way. Here we go. Yes! 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 DC United goal! Ola Kamara, the number 9! That was absolutely massive. And they're not happy. The fans aren't happy. I don't care. You guys booed off our red card. He was 18 years old. You booed him off. Started flipping him off. He's 18 years old. And that's karma. Goalie guessed the right side. I got a little bit nervous for a second with the stutter step. But it's 1-0. DC United are going to win this game. 3 points. Let's fly. It's a great day to be a United fan. I mean, we have absolutely stolen that from FC Cincinnati. They've been absolutely robbed of 3 points. But I mean, a penalty's a penalty. Oh, and they're actually in the box here. Oh my goodness! What a save! Oh yes! Adrian Perez is gonna take it. Yes! Oh my goodness, that came out of nowhere. They nearly equalized. They nearly equalized. So nearly equalized, and Smith is really taking his time. That was a massive save from Bill Hamid. Holy. We might make it to 100th minute. Yep, we've reached 100 minutes. This second half has lasted 55 minutes. Holy moly. 10 added minutes. 10 added minutes. Oh, yeah, the score. The score. Forgot. Let me change that. And Ola Kamara is down. I think he's just wasting time, though. This second half has lasted. Yep. Thanks for the reminder to update the score. Holy moly. 10 added minutes. 10 added minutes. Oh, yeah, the score. The score. Forgot. Let me change that. Wow. What a match. Did not deserve it at all. There it is. Full time. DC United have stolen it in the 99th minute. Unbelievable. We've got to be absolutely buzzing with that. 3 points from absolutely nothing. Other than a kick from 12 yards. Wow. What a match. Wow. Did not deserve it at all. There it is. Full time. I mean, Cincinnati's going to be absolutely devastated. Lasada is, he's hugging everybody. He's very happy. I mean, it wasn't a good overall performance, but 3 points is 3 points. And, it was a good tactical switch to 5 in the back. Other than a kick from 12 yards. We'll do a review of this game. Wow. Sometime soon. Either tomorrow or on Monday. We'll do a full review, in-depth review. We'll do player ratings, everything. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Make sure you follow on Twitter. That's the pinned message in the in the chat. Click on that to our Twitter. Updates for when we're streaming, when videos come out. The timer's still rolling, but I don't really care. The game's already over. Thank you very much for coming out to the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'll see you on the next video in the match review to this game.